Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. The Bruins will kick it away first. He'll call for the fair catch here. So Ohio State's offense takes the field to start this game off. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running, DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball, but you play zone and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. Going to have to be really careful trying to cover that dude.
Back to throw, it's Langford. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Tackle is made after the first down.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. A third and long coming up here. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On third down, he drops to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the...
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Bruins offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys and the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Got it in the middle, it's Morris. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Some programs just seem to be built for a great passing game. The patron saint of Bruin passers is Troy Aikman.
And honestly, Reese, it makes me think of the UCLA blue, the sweet uniforms with the gold, just quarterbacks looking sweet. McNown, DTR, looking the part, being the part.
They'll run it from the gun. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Bruins racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go to the air on third and short. Snagged in the middle. It's Morris. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. They're going back to the ground. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Dropping back, it's Lane. Oh, he just flat dropped it. He had the ball and didn't look it all the way in, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. It is good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Quarterback will audible. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes his connection. At the 40, there he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And the Buckeyes are rolling down the field. Running back searching for a hole. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. Open space at the 25. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Got it set up on the outside. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. And, guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short making that official reach for his flag. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. And the D denied him on 2nd and goal. Going to the running game. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
The Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up. The Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do remember a guy like Maurice Jones-Drew, who's a little bowling ball and just ran physical, and just finding those guys that you can feature in your offense.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They have lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Morris. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now it's second and goal. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. You can't hear yourself think on third and goal. To throw, it's Lane. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he's already put 1 3 spot on the board. He'll try another one from 25 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll put the tight end in motion. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the second.
Of 11.
And as a coach, that is exactly what you want. You want complementary football. The offense has been doing their thing. This defense now stepping up, maybe trying to get the football back to their offense again.
Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
So the offense accepts the 15-yard penalty after that special teams miscue. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Lane. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He makes the connection. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a huge play. Bennett slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution, and that field starts to shrink, and it gets a little bit more difficult.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Iowa was able to finish off a close one in Iowa City today. They did just enough, both offensively and defensively, to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Off the RPO, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Motion from the offense. Handoff from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Bruins are in the hurry-up. Looking for a man. It's Lane. Finds his tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
Going for the big play. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the extra point puts them on top 21-6. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Really nice throw there. I'll tell you, UCLA, they've got an impressive history book of quarterbacks, going all the way back to Rick Neuheisel. Troy Aikman is a name people will recognize. Cade McNown back in my day. And then recently, DTR was carving up defenses too, throwing it. Got to be able to make good decisions. Got to be able to deliver strikes through the air. And this guy right now is doing just that.
Comes out throwing on first down. They're working that left side. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. A lot of urgency for this offense. To the air, it's Lane. Quarterback adapted. He's going to run it. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Really nice job by this sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down with the run.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
And just understanding where you're at on the field. Make sure you get those feet down before you get too close to that sideline. So I give credit for that catch. Nice job. Nice pitch. Nice catch.
He's looking to throw. Now improvising. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the Bruins will have it 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Hines is back in the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. On second down, looking again to throw. And the pass hits, picked off. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Dropping back, it's Langford. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. Lays out, gives up his body, and makes the grab on the right side.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. With that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break.
Here we go.
Trying to find his man on first down. Makes the grab on the left. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today.
We're ready to get it started here in the second half. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half.
Fires one high and deep. And he hauls it in inside the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
He's got it and still on his feet. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
First and goal, UCLA.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll do it himself. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Bruin. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
They're bringing heat. They get enough rush. He's off the sack at the 20. The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. UCLA will go back to work on offense. These guys scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Now a chance to really dig their way out of this hole.
Yeah, and it's complimentary football, right? Offense doing their job, scoring, defense getting the stuff.
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it. Recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Bruins line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Running it back, it's Sanders. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The give to the tailback. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. He's now up to 83 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Still running at the 35. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Texas Tech is getting crushed today, and this is in front of a full house in Lubbock. That fan base should not be subjected to this. They're trailing by 39 to TCU. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A little release to the back. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Hines is way ahead for 3 out to the 16. And the Bruins will hustle to the line. Looking to throw, it's Lane. They're setting up the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Using his feet to buy time. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll give it to the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his position.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. To the ground with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Do you see how fast he got to the ball carrier? You get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Bruins will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. On the move, it's Sanders. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Might as well give it to him again. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. First down to start the drive after the break. One man in the backfield, and he gets it.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throat?
Unleashes one deep. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Back to pass, it's Langford. He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the beatdown has ensued. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields. Might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. I can't think of anything that frustrates an offensive coordinator more than holding the ball a long time and having no points to show for it, David.
And Reese, first downs, yards, that's not even what they look at anymore. Yards don't really matter. You got to execute in those critical areas on the field and get points on the board.
Yeah, it was mental errors on that last drive, too, that led to negative plays. They got to get those things erased and pull it back together here on this drive. Go put some points up on the board.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls out.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. On the return, it's Sanders. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to throw. It's Langford. Sends it downfield. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They go to the ground. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires on the move. Got his man downfield. Defense makes the stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And the Buckeyes are on the move. From the gun. Coming after him. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you've got to bow up. Nice job on 1st down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Pulls it in. It's Sanders. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the stomping has commenced. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And that pass is intercepted. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Going up top on 1st down. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started. They are ever closer to win number 10 on the season. And he tacked on the extra point. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back looking for help. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. After that completion, move the sticks. It's 1st down. He's going to pass. Forced out of the pocket. He's going to take off. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
The Bruins have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Lane. He caught it! And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Typically, at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk aversive, but it is good field position. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air, it's Lane. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. This is what an elite team does.